Good evening, StreamYard and YouTube fans. This is Philip Reynolds, and tonight we got not one game, but we got two games. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a test. I've tried this once before, and it did not work out very well. But I'm going to roll one set of dice for two games and see if the results are different or not. The only thing that I'm going to kind of do differently is I'm going to roll the decider dice twice for the coin toss. All right, now let's take a look at the field. All right, now in game one, we got the French Tricycles, Sean D versus the lower, slower board gamer, the Carolina Crusaders. In game two, we have my daughter's Busan Bushwhackers in the Green Bay's Cheeseheads. Now, if the thing is if I get the same kind of results for both games, what's going to happen is the first game will count, but the second game will not. And the reason I say that is because because Green Bay is 2-0, and if they can beat Busan, they will be still undefeated. So it will matter in that Green Bay game if the games are close and tight and the same. If they're not, then it will be as is. But we will see. And we're going to roll the decider dice twice. The French Tricycles get to roll first, and then the Busan Bushwhackers will get to roll second for who goes first. All right. Let's go down to the field. All right. This means the French Tricycles will get the ball first because Carolina wins, and Carolina defers to the second half. All right, now we're looking at Busan and Green Bay, and Busan gets to roll, and Busan. So Green Bay will get the ball first here in the Busan game. All right, and we're gonna roll two dice for the. We're gonna roll two dice for the in-season breaking news. The red dice will be for the French Tricycles game, and the white dice will be for the Busan game. Let's see what happens here. Any breaking news? All right. In the Busan game, no. In the French Tricycles game, yes. And one team will make an improvement. We got one team making an improvement here, Yes will be French. No will be Carolina. And it will be Carolina gets the improvement here. Okay. Let us see what kind of improvement Carolina gets. 66 on the O table. It took a while, but their first round draft pick looks like the real deal. Offense profile increases a full level. So Carolina's offense profile will be average. So instead of being semi-dull, it will be average. So basically, they have secure and undisciplined. So that is the improvement here. And that's just for this game. Okay. And France gets the ball first. So we are going to kick off here. France is getting the ball first, and Green Bay is getting the ball first. Okay. And that will be average field position for France and for Green Bay. All right, let's see what happens. All right, let's see what happens here. See if so we're going to roll and see if an extra ticket comes off the clock. That is no. So 5 minutes go by in each game in the first quarter. 1-4-6 for France. Staunch defense. Carolina, that is no. That is a TD run for the France game. And so Green Bay gets the ball, and they are not staunch either. So that would be a touchdown as well. So let's try for the extra points. 23. Both would be good on that. So that's 7-0 France. And that is 7-0 Green Bay. Let's try one more play. See how things go. 52. That will be average position. Carolina gets the ball an average. And Busan will get the ball in average field position. That's 8:45. $3-3-5. Let's see how it goes down in with Carolina. 3-3-5. Great field position. That is no. That will be a corner punt. And we also know that is not great. So that would be a punt as well. Oh, we got to see if stiff defense. Sorry. No, wait a minute. I was right. Yeah, that's punt as well. And let's see. And that's corner punt. That's a 64. That would be great field position for France. That would be great field position for Green Bay. Okay. Let's see if that takes us to the end of the first. Let's see if we get another tick. No. That's going to take us to 13:45. Okay. Same there. Okay. 2-3-6. Prolific offense. And we're looking at France. They are not prolific. How about Green Bay? Are they prolific? They're semi-prolific, and they get the diet. So this will be yes. Green Bay will get a TD pass. And in the other one, are they a porous offense? That is no. That will be a punt. So we have our first difference of the game here. The backed up punt, that's going to be on the kickoff. That will be a fumble. It goes to Carolina, but that's a fumble. And 6 on the fumble. That will be average return for France. And that will be beginning of the second quarter in the France game. Okay. In the other game, we got a touchdown pass. So let us check to see for extra point. 61. Oh, and that is just inside the extra point range. So that will be good for Green Bay. And that will make it 14-0 in favor of Green Bay. Yeah, that's going to be 14-0 in favor of Green Bay. And that will take that game to the second quarter. And France is up 7-0 in the France-Carolina game. Good evening. I see that there's somebody on. Just so you know, we're playing 2 games at once tonight. We're playing France versus Carolina, and we're playing Busan versus Green Bay. And there is difference here. France is up 7-0 at the end of the first quarter. And Carolina in the Busan Green Bay game, Green Bay on the last kind of possession of the first quarter, they went up 14-0. So Green Bay is up 14-0. All right, and we're just kind of starting the second quarter in both games. So we're in the second quarter. All right. All right. That will take us to the 2.5 minute mark of the second. And that will take us to the 2.5 minute mark. And Busan's getting the ball in average field position. So 2.5 minutes go by. 4-4-6. Poor field position. That is no. This will be a touchdown run. Okay. And same with Busan. That will be a touchdown run as well. $62 in the extra point for French Tricycles is no good. And for Busan, the extra point is also no good. Oh, wait a minute. French Tricycles, 62 is no good. For Busan, 62 is good. I'm sorry. It's no good for the French Tricycles, so that's 7 to, that would be 13-0. And for the Busan, it is good. So that's 14-7 in favor of Green Bay. Okay. 44. That will be great. Oh, wait a minute. 44 on the kickoff. That's going to be average field position for Carolina. And it will be average position for Green Bay. All right. One tick comes off, so that's 3:45 in both games. Okay, 1-4-6 for Carolina. Staunch defense. Green Bay. Oh, wait. Carolina. Staunch defense. That is yes. So that will be a punt for Carolina. And in the Green Bay game, staunch defense for Busan is a no. This will be a TD run for Green Bay. Okay, let us that will be average field position for France. Okay, let's check the TD run, 56. The extra point will be good. That's going to be 21-7 Green Bay. Let us roll for just a second. And Busan is an average field position. Sorry about that, Vince. I was just finishing up the last play. We've got the French Tricycles and the Carolina Crusaders, and we have the Busan Bushwhackers and the Green Bay Cheeseheads playing at the same time. Both games, I'm using one set of dice rolls to figure out the outcomes for both games. And you would think that the scores are different, but right now France is up 13-0 over Carolina in the first game. And then in the second game, Green Bay is beating Busan 21-7. So yeah, and well, and I made this stipulation, the fact that if the scores wound up being the same for both games, that I would have to nullify the results for the second game, which is the Busan and Green Bay game, because if they were the exact same, regardless of whether Green Bay won or not, it would be unfair because Green Bay is undefeated so far. And if Green Bay won 14-7, and Carolina won 14-7, it's not fair because it just wouldn't be fair. But the results are different. So, but I just figured this is a test run on this. I don't intend to do this all the time, but I figured I'd try it tonight and see how it worked. And that we are in the second quarter at the 3:45 mark. Both the French Tricals are in average position, and Busan is in average position. So let us see what the roll comes out. All right. We've got 2.5 minutes go by. That takes us to the 6:15 mark in both games. Okay, let us check the France game first. 3-4-4. Mild or undisciplined defense, and we're checking Carolina. They are neither mild nor semi-undisciplined. Yes. So the decider die says they're not undisciplined. So this will be a punt in the France game. All right. Now in the Green Bay game, 3-4-4, mild or undisciplined defense. That is no. So that will also be a punt. So in both instances, it is a punt. 44 on the punt. The average field position for Carolina. And it will be average position for Green Bay. Okay. That's 5 minutes off. Let's see if we add an extra tick. Yes, we will add an extra tick. So that's 7 minutes. So that's basically going to take us to the 13:45 mark in each game. And we've got 5-6-6. 5-6-6 shaky offense. We're looking at Carolina. That is a no. Staunch defense. That will be a punt for Carolina. So that's going to be basically the end of the quarter for that game. So it is 13-0 in favor of France at the end of the first half. And for the Busan game, 5, 5, 6. Poor field position, no. Wait a minute. I misread that. So in both of these, I'm sorry, that is a TD pass for each one. This will be a TD pass for each team. Let us check Carolina's extra point. That is a doink in both games. So it will be 13-6 in favor of France. And it will be 27-7 at half for the other game. So in the first game, France got the first possession. They got a touchdown run out of it. And then they got a touchdown run in the second half, and they missed the extra point. So that made it 13-0. And then Carolina just got a touchdown at the very end of the first half, but they missed their extra point, so it's 13-6 in favor of France. And in this Busan Green Bay game, Green Bay got a touchdown run. They got the ball first. 7-0 Green Bay. At the 13:45 mark of the first quarter, they got another touchdown, 14-0 Green Bay. Busan came back at the 2.5-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. Green Bay at the 3:45 mark got another touchdown, making it 21-7. And here, just before halftime, Green Bay got another touchdown pass, but they missed the extra point. So that makes it 27-7 in favor of Green Bay. Carolina will get the ball in the third quarter. And Busan will get the ball in the third quarter for that game. Okay. But before we do, we got to see if there's any more late breaking news. And we did have late breaking news that actually mattered this time. In the France Carolina game, a draft pick came through for Carolina, and it took their dull offense to an average offense. So I don't know how much that helps, but it helps them some. So we're the red dice is for the France game, and the white dice will be for the Busan game. So let's take a look. All right. And the Busan game, it's going to the Busan game. All right. Let us see. A dot will be Busan. No dot will be Green Bay. This will go to Green Bay. What kind of perk are they getting? 22 on the season improvement chart. Their offense increases a half level. So Green Bay will be prolific the rest of the game because they are semi-prolific. They will be prolific the rest of the this game against Busan. So wow, that is a major boost for the Cheeseheads. Okay. 65 on the kickoff. That will be average field position for Carolina. And that will be average field position for Busan. Okay. 2.5 minutes go by in the third in both games. Two-two-six. Secure offense, and we're looking at Carolina. That is no. Oh, wait a minute. Carolina is secure, so this will be a punt for them. And for Busan, they are not secure. Is it a passive defense? No. This will be a fumble for Busan. Let's take care of the fumble first. 2 on the fumble. That would be average field position for Green Bay. Now let us take care of the punt for Carolina. 65 on the punt. That would be great field position for France. Okay, let us roll the dice here and see what happens. That takes us to the 5-minute mark. And to the 5-minute mark. 1-4-5 in the France game. Great field position. This will be a touchdown pass for France. And in the Green Bay game, that's not great field position. Inept defense. We're looking at Busan. And luckily, Busan is semi-inept. But the decider day says no, so they are not inept. So this will be a field goal attempt for Green Bay. Okay. We have to resolve the touchdown first. Extra point will be no good. So that will put them up 19-6. And the field goal for Green Bay, 55. The field goal will be good. That puts them up 30-7. Kickoff for each, 44. That's going to be average field position for Carolina. And that will be average field position for Busan. That's at least 5 minutes. Let's see if another ticket comes off. No, that takes us to the 10-minute mark of the third quarter. 2-6-6 for Carolina. Are they a passive boost? We're looking at France. Are they passive? Yes, that will be a punt. Busan. Is Green Bay passive? That is no. Clumsy offense? Yes. That will be a fumble. And that's going to be 10 minutes. Let us see what the fumble results in. 5 on the fumble. That would be great field position for Green Bay. And let's see here. The punt by Carolina, 52 on the punt. That will be average field position for France. All right. Up. Re-roll. And that will be, let us see if we get one more tick. No. That will take us to the end of the third quarter. That is 5-5-6. Poor field position. Nope. That will be a touchdown for France. And that will be a touchdown for Green Bay. Okay, let us roll. 53. That will be good for France. And that will be good for Green Bay. So it's 26-6. And Green Bay, that will be 37-7. And this will take us to the fourth quarter in each game. Okay. 24. That will be average field position for both games. So Carolina gets the ball in the fourth. And Busan will get the ball. Okay. One tick. One 6. Prolific offense for the Chiefs, for the Carolina. Prolific, that is no. And for Busan, are they prolific? That is no. Inept defense, we're looking at French. They are not inept. So that will be a corner punt. And for Green Bay, are they inept? Nope. Oh, I'm sorry. This will be a TD run for both of these. Sorry. Both of these are TD runs. Okay. Carolina, 12. That will be good. And that will be good for Busan. That's going to be good. For Carolina, that will also be good. That's just in. So that makes it 26-13. And that will make it 37-14. Okay, let us kick off. 25, that's going to be average field position for France. It's going to be average field position for Green Bay. Okay. That will take us to the 3:45 mark. Okay, 4:46. Poor field position, nope. This will be touchdown pass for both games. All right, let us roll for the extra point. 13, that's going to be good for both. So France will be 33-3, and Green Bay will be 44-14. Okay. 22 be average field position for Carolina. An average field position for Busan. All right. Oh, that's not going to count. 3 4s. We're going to be using the unusual play result B chart for both of these. So let's see what happens. This will be backed up punts for both games. Punt backed up. That will take us to the 6:15 mark in each game. $24 on the backed up punt. That would be average field position. France an average. Green Bay an average. Let's see here. That will take us to the 7.5 minute mark in each game. 1-1-3. Let's check. France 1-1-3. Poor field position. That is no. Inept defense. No. This will be a field goal attempt for France. Green Bay. Poor field position. No. Inept defense in Busan. That is a yes. Believe it or not, the decider die says yes, they are inept. So that will be a TD pass. And we're going to roll for France here for the field goal. 52, they just make it. That will make it 36-3. Green Bay for their extra point. That will be 24. Either way, it's good. So that will make it 14-51, 51-14, Green Bay. 13 on the kickoff. That's going to be a fumble. So Carolina's going to fumble. And Busan will fumble. One on the fumble. Let's see. Odd result is a touchdown. Otherwise, it's going to be a. All right, 2. That is an even. So this would be great field position for Carolina. Oh, wait a minute. I'm sorry. France will get great field position. Okay, in the Busan game, let us check. Oh, wait a minute. They have to do the same thing. Green Bay has to roll for their fumble. That is 1. And odd result is a touchdown. And it is odd, so that will be a touchdown for Green Bay. Okay. So we roll for the extra point for Green Bay. 65, and the extra point will not be good, but it's 14 to 50, 57-14 in favor of Green Bay, and that's all with no extra time taken off. Let us do the France, great position. This will take them to the 8:45 mark. Okay, and 1-3-6 for France. Prolific offense. No, they're not prolific. Stiff defense. The sighted eye says that yes, so this will be a backed up punt. Okay. And because we're kicking off, we'll let this result be both kickoffs. For the backed up punt, 35 will be average field position, and it will be average field position so Carolina will be in average position, and Busan will be in average position. Okay. So that will take Busan to the 10-minute mark, and that will take the Carolina game to the 11:15 mark. Okay. And 2-3-4 for Carolina. Dull offense. Carolina is average, so that is a no. Staunch defense. Oh, that will be a punt for Carolina. Wow. For Busan. Dull offense. No. Staunch defense. No. This will be a touchdown pass for Busan. Okay. All right. Let us roll for the extra point for Busan. 34. That will be good. That will make it 57-21. And we will roll for kickoffs. 12 on the kickoffs. is either one electric, and we're looking for France in this one. They're not electric, and neither is Green Bay. They're not electric either, so neither team is electric. So this will be great field position for France, and this will be great field position for Green Bay. Okay, let us roll to see what happens here. That will take us to the 12.5 mark in the France game, and it'll be the 11:15 mark in the Green Bay game. 135. No matter how you look at that one, that's a fumble. So France fumbles, and Green Bay will fumble. All right. 5 on the fumble Rooskies. And that is on kickoff. This will be poor field position for Carolina and poor field position for Busan. Okay. This will be the last position in the Carolina game, and there'll be 1 tick left in the Busan game. So 144 for Carolina. Poor field position, yes, that will be a backed up punt. And it does say 1 tick on the clock, but because of how it is anyway, we're just going to disregard that. And both of these would be punts. So that's going to be it for both games. So all right. So I have to say, very interesting in the France-Carolina game, the first game. It was after the first quarter, it was 7-0 France. At halftime, it was 13-6 France. At the beginning of the fourth quarter, it was 26-6 France. And at the end of the game, it was 36. Basically, it's 36-6 France. Because after the touchdown pass by Carolina, there was no scoring by Carolina, so it is 36-6 in favor of France. And in the Green Bay Busan game, Green Bay scored first. They scored just at the end of the first quarter, making it 14-0. It was 27-7 at halftime. It was 37-7 at the end of the third quarter, and it was 57-21 at the end of the fourth quarter, at the end of the game. And I have to say, very different results, but I'm not a fan of doing two games at once. I mean, the results are different, but I just don't like it. Um, so I will play the games, after this, uh, pretty much one at a time. Green Bay 3-0. Busan, that's their first loss. Um, the France won. That is their first win. And Carolina lost. They are 0-3. So let us Green Bay 57. That would be 105. And 21 points against would be 65. And Busan, they had 21 points for. So that is 67. And 57 against would be 78. Okay, that's that one. France, we're at Carolina. So Carolina has 24 points for, and 73 points against. And France has 50 points for, and 46 points against. Oh, sorry about that. I didn't mean to do that. But let me roll out the results here. All right, I'm gonna show you the results so far after week 3. After week 3, this is how the standings are. You've got Green Bay in the U.S. division undefeated. Pittsburgh 1-2, Vegas 1-2, Carolina 0-3. The slower board gamer has not gotten on the board yet with regards to wins. In the international, London is 3-0, Busan is 2-1. Chengdu is 1-2, and France is 1-2. Right now, Green Bay would be getting the bye, and London would be getting the bye, and that is similar to last week. Vegas and Pittsburgh flip-flop. Pittsburgh is now would be now at home, and Vegas would be away, and Chengdu and Busan are still where they were last week. But right now, Vince just flip-flopped with Vegas, so he's in second place in the USA division right now. And that's how things stand after week 3. And I will tell you that I'm not going to play more than one game at a time. I just don't like how the results are with. Yes, they are different, but it's just not the same. So I will just keep to rolling one game at a time. Next week's games will be Pittsburgh versus Carolina. Can the slower board gamer get on the board and knock Vince out of that second playoff spot? In your second game, France will play Chengdu. Your offline games will be Green Bay versus Vegas and London versus Busan. So that will do it for now, guys. I'm going to probably take a little break here and probably come back with some hockey. And we're talking, of course, the Madison Mad Dogs versus Tulsa. And the big thing in that is, can Madison pull off another win, their second win of the season? They got the first win against Tulsa. Can they get number 2 against Tulsa? Check it out and give me a few minutes, guys. I need to take a break for a second. And Vince, you're now in second place in your division after 3 games. Keep it up, man. You're on a roll.